What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another ES Plays video. Today we're playing Bedwars again. That's right, because we're the GOAT. And today, I am going to be teaching you guys cellular respiration by a 10th grader. Yeah, I learned this 1 week ago. I'd consider myself an expert on the topic. I've learned quite a bit by banging my head into a wall when I do my homework assignments. That's besides the point. Either way, I'm still a professional. Because through all that searching in my books, I've learned some things. Alright, so pretty much cellular respiration is how your body breaks down food molecules, creates energy for your body, right? Completely different thing than photosynthesis because we are heterotrophs, not autotrophs who can produce their own energy. Now, this whole thing starts off with it starts off with glycolysis, the Krebs cycle, and then the electron transport chain. And now, so what happens here is starting off in glycolysis, we start with one glucose molecule, or it can be a carbohydrate protein molecule. It can be whatever you want, but the simplest way to do it is through a glucose molecule. And so what is pretty much saying here is it's going to break down, glycolysis is going to break down this material, right? And then through this, it's going to, hold on. I'm trying to think. It's kind of hard to think about this. Oh my gosh. Alright, so pretty much as I was saying, so what it does is it breaks down the glucose molecule, and it takes 2 ATP to get this glycolysis. It takes 2 ATP, which are energy systems inside the cell, or energy systems that power the cell. And so this ATP, it's like an investment. It gets glycolysis, the whole system started, right? So what you want to do from here? What it's gonna do from here for you is it's gonna break down this glucose and it's gonna make 4 ATP throughout this entire system. So what it does here is, first off, it takes electrons out of it. It takes electrons out and it puts them on NAD plus molecules, which are energy carriers. And you can actually relate this to Minecraft, you know, because like, yeah, I got nothing. So either way, this also produces a thing called pyruvic acid, which is going to help power the next system, the Krebs cycle, right? Alright, so when you move on to the Krebs cycle, you have the ATP produced from the first one, and yeah, that's pretty much all you have, plus the pyruvic acid. So what you're going to do in the Krebs cycle is just going to take that pyruvic acid and the ATP and stuff, and it's going to rotate. The whole thing's going to rotate, and every single one, it's like a wind turbine kind of. It'll generate energy. Every single rotation it does, it'll generate 1 ATP. And so every glucose molecule, it rotates twice, which means that you're getting 2 ATP molecules per glucose molecule or protein molecule or anything. And so what it's going to do for this is you currently have 4 ATP net value. You've put in 6, but you have 4 as of right now, right? So what goes on from here is it moves onto the electron transport train. This is also where those electron carriers come into play. Get owned. Hold up. No. I'm right here. The electron transport chain is what's breaking down these Oh, I won. It's what's breaking down these NADH ions, converting them back into NADH. Back into NAD plus, which is sending them back to glycolysis so it can repeat the cycle over and over, generating your body energy. But what happens in this is, so the electron transport chain generates 32 ATP as a total. So net value of one glucose molecule, you get 36 ATP, and then you invest 2 back in, and you get a net value of 34. So what this is all going to do for you, it's going to power like everything in your body, most importantly muscle cells. But as you realize throughout this whole thing, they require oxygen, except glycolysis, which is where anaerobic and aerobic comes in. So glycolysis is what you would consider an anaerobic because it doesn't require oxygen. But the other two, the Krebs cycle and the electron transport chain, do require oxygen. So what we can infer from this is that if there's no oxygen, it's not going to run. This is where fermentation comes in. Yes, you are correct. The thing that ferments your milk into cheese, your cheese into yogurt. your cucumbers into pickles. Yeah, that sort of thing. So what this fermentation is going to do for you, there's two types of fermentation. One of them is just going to break down the molecules for you, and okay, so what also can be used for fermentation? It can work if there's oxygen in it. So another major problem of it is like if the glycolysis runs out of those electron carrier molecules that are going to power the rest of the cycles, right? So if it runs out of those, what this fermentation can do is it can renew those NADH plus molecules, and it will make them back into NAD plus molecules so that the cell can continue using them even if it ran out of electron carriers. It's just going to keep recycling them over and over again. And there's also lactic acid fermentation, which is like what athletes use when they run out of energy in the cells. It has to start producing things like this. Oh, hold on. It has to keep producing things, right? So what you learn from this, please. No, 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 no. Oh, dang it. Anyway, what we're learning from all of this is that this is a crazy intricate cycle here that's powering your body. It's just groundbreaking. Do you understand what's like physically happened down there? All right, so like, guys, I explained it as best as I could. Uh, yeah, that was oh yeah, the products of this, it also produces water for your body, not in the way that you would think. It produces carbon dioxide, which is released back in the atmosphere for plants using photosynthesis, and it produces that 36 ATP that will power your body cells so you can play video games with your thumbs. That is right, we are producing the ATP in my thumbs right now to move this controller. That's right, we're locked. All right, now hold on. Let's see how long this video is. I gotta make this 7 minutes. Let's win this game. All right, lock in for the one time. Someone's texting me. I wonder who it is. I have been told to hop on Minecraft by myself. Gotcha. No, 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 no. Why do you have that? Why do you have that? Why do you have that? Get out of my game. Oh my god. That's my bed. That's my bed's gone. Oh, no, 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 no. Watch this. I'm a pro. Hope you all enjoyed the video, everybody. God bless. Have a great day. Make sure to like and subscribe if you stayed at the end of the video for my awesome history lesson. I hope you learned something today. Yeah. Have a great day. See ya.